luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
For Valerie, with a bit of space to line one up and score an absolute cracker. Southampton are digging in the relegation scrap and have.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the FIFA 19 Uprising Career Mode here on FIFA 19. This is episode number 15 here of the Southampton Uprising Career Mode. I've said that a couple times now, as we're about to head into our first of 5 games in this episode. Yes, 5 games as well, as we're about to hit the transfer window, the opening of the transfer window here in the second season. As you can see, that the first thing we do here is fix the lineups of both ours and Man United's team, as the first of 5 games in this episode is going to be against Man United here at home. So will we be able to bounce back from the previous episode, which was kind of disappointing? Yeah, I mean, we did win a couple of games, but still, can we bounce back? Can we bounce back to the former glory that we found ourselves in throughout the entirety of this season? As you can see that we line up here against Man United here for the first game of this episode. Took us quite some time, but here we go. The first game of the episode here in the St. Mary's, as Southampton hosts Man United. We're going to be looking for to get at least a point in this game. You know, against the top 6, you never expect too much when you're a team within the level of Southampton. But you never know. We've done some miracles this season and last season. So will we be able? I mean, we did beat Man United away from home last season, but as I was saying, will we be able to get potentially a crucial 3 points for our season in this game? We're about to find out. Is this Man United's lineup? You saw it when I was fixing their lineup. But Paul Pogba is going to be that main threat, as well as Memphis Depay coming back to Man United as his short spell in Lyon, at least in this save, ended, and he signed for Man United this season. I didn't know that, but yes, he is in Man United in this game. As you can see, the first chance in this game falls to us. 19 minutes into, Gea kind of fumbles it, you know, in real life, he hasn't been on top form, and I mean, he fumbled that shot from Mario Lemina, yet nothing came of that. 29 minutes and United have a chance. Romelu Lukaku whips the ball into Heung-min Son. Angus Gunn makes a meal of it. And literally, Memphis Depay, the man we just talked about a couple seconds ago, walks the ball in, basically. He didn't even take a shot. I remember playing this game. He didn't even take a shot. He kind of, the animation was kind of awkward there. He kind of ran the ball in. But regardless of that, Angus Gunn's mistake gives Man United's lead in this game. So in the fixture last season, in this save, we did lose to Man United, and so far, as proceedings have shown, we're going to lose this game to Man United. And speaking of the devil, 52 minutes into this game, Man United doubled their lead. Memphis Depay, the number 10, gets his second goal of this game, and I'm pretty sure his third goal of the season. So he scored more goals in this game than he has all season. And yeah, so a struggling return from us in this episode. However, James Ward-Prowse comes in and makes the impact. We've been looking for the impact from James Ward-Prowse this entire season, and he makes it 2-1 for us. And will we have a chance to come back? We are on the counter-attack. James Ward-Prowse, the man who just scored, finds it through to Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who cuts back. David De Gea luckily has that man on the line to save the ball from nestling in the back of the net. Maybe final chance of the game. Maybe could fall to us, Man United, but no. That will be it for this game, the first game of the episode. So unluckily here, we do get a defeat. Before pre-game, I was talking about getting a draw or a win, and we haven't even gotten both of those. We did get a defeat. This is going to be one that we're going to have to remember. It's going to impact our season. You're going to have to find out what it's going to do for the rest of this episode, as the second of 5 in this episode will be here against Leicester away from home. Snowy King Power Stadium. We're welcome to a Snowy King Power Stadium, as this is our second of 5 games as we face against Leicester. And obviously the conditions the conditions that we find ourselves in today's game, it's not going to help us, obviously. This is going to be a difficult game, especially with the fact that I mean, Leicester City is a good team in this save, but also due to the snow, it's going to catch the ball, and it's going to be hard to keep the ball and potentially even score some goals. But you guys are going to see what it's going to do for the proceedings of this match. As you can see, Leicester's lineup there, very strong Leicester lineup indeed. We have a couple changes in this game specifically. Jan Valery comes in, as well as Jared Bowen comes into that left wing to replace Tom Kearney. I mean, nothing happened to either Mason Holgate or Tom Kearney, but I wanted to give opportunities. And both those players, Jan Valery and Jared Bowen, have been very patient, waiting for their opportunities to come. As 22 minutes in, we hit the post. Che Adams, the top scorer this season, the man who got selected in the last episode for the national team, hits the post unluckily there, and they have a chance. Leicester City in the 58th minute, Ian Nacho been put through on goal, but a great save by Angus Gunn, who last game made an error to give Man United the lead. Here, he actually denies Leicester the lead, as a couple minutes later, 50 minutes in, we bring in Alberto Soro. Leicester City have a corner kick. Marco Brighton is whipping that one in, so Yunchu couldn't get that, couldn't win the header. Now Mendy, the former Nice man, finds it inside. They play it back into Mendy. Look at this possession play. Will Leicester get a goal here? Potentially Singenkov, the former Dynamo Kiev man, finds it to Nadim Amiri, who rolls it past Angus Gunn again. So Angus Gunn, twice in this episode, has had the ball steered past him by a P-roller on the grass here, and especially the conditions, I told you, the conditions aren't going to help. This P-roller potentially might have caught him off guard due to the fact that the snow caught the ball, but regardless of that, Leicester take the lead here 1-0 in the 61st minute in the King Power Stadium, as they have another chance. Angus Gunn saves as we go on the counter-attack 68 minutes in. Jan Valery finds it to Diogo Jota, the former Wolves and Porto and Atletico Madrid man, gets past him, but the ball finds itself to Alberto Soro. Alberto Soro has been waiting for his opportunities this season, finds himself into, I think that was, I don't even know, James Ward-Prowse, and found it into Højbjerg, who rolls it also past Kasper Schmeichel. Again, the conditions might have helped him there, but Pierre-Emile Højbjerg beats it past his international teammate, Kasper Schmeichel, as that would do it for the game. 1-1 is the final score. And that was a tough one to take, as we needed to take the 3 points. Leicester are not far from us in the table, and in order to challenge for that top 6, top 7 spot, we need to get wins. And so far, as occurred in this episode, one loss and a draw isn't going to help that out. As you can see, the start of the opening of the transfer window, this transfer window has opened officially, as we look to put some players on the transfer list. You can see players like Armstrong on the transfer list, players like Clare, Hudit, that guy Jota, the other Jota, not Diogo Jota, Callum Slattery, all these players, all these deadwood players that I really will not use. We have so many players, and in order to make room in the future for more players to arrive, we need to get rid of some deadwood. As you can see, that our third of 5 games in this episode is going to be against Birmingham City at home, and we beat Birmingham City last time away from home. I believe it was 4-1 in St. Andrews, or maybe even 5-1. Che Adams scoring against his former side, and will he be able to do the same here? Will he be able to repeat the same thing here in Birmingham against Birmingham today, as we change our lineups in order to rest some players who have been really in the main team fray, not getting a lot of rest time, and especially as the Premier League schedule plus the Carabao Cup plus. I mean, we got out of that pretty early, but plus the FA Cup fixtures that are kicking off at any minute and about this time throughout the January transfer window and so on, means that we're going to have to make some changes into our lineup. As you can see, players there like Joe Bryan, like Brian, the left back, making his appearance here. Billy Cook making an appearance here, and I believe we might have brought another player in, but I'm not really sure. Billy Cook obviously taking his opportunity as well ever since last season in that game against Tottenham Hotspur. As you can see, this is our lineup here. Obviously, Mason Holgate in the Billy Cook, Brian there, Højbjerg, Lemina's the same, Redmond coming into the side, and Tom Kearney's back in the side as well as Che Adams, our main crucial striker up there. I mean, for Birmingham City, it's a pretty weak lineup. It's a pretty championship lineup. I mean, not even Charlie Austin, we sold him to Birmingham City, has made it in this lineup. Said the lineup Jukdievits, I don't know how to pronounce his name, I never knew how to pronounce his name, but regardless of that, 4 minutes in, we have the first chance of the game. Højbjerg finds it, beats his player, finds it through into Nathan Redmond, and the former Birmingham City man denied by Carl Trueman there. So a great save by the young Englishman, as we are denied our first goal of the game early on, 4 minutes in, and 10 minutes in, we have another chance. Mason Mount finds it inside to Mario Lemina, who a pop shot hits the post, hits both posts. So look, we've been in the opening of this game. We're putting all the pressure here on Birmingham City as we have another chance. It's forward through Che Adams. You put your house in the score. Che Adams, another save by Colin Truman. He's looking to get the big teams to pay attention onto him because he's having a terrific game so far here. As he's putting up a terrific performance to keep Birmingham in this game. 20 minutes in, we have another chance. So Billy Cook finds it inside to Lamina, who spreads it out to Joe Bryan. Joe Bryan cutting inside, doing what Mark Target does best, cutting inside brilliantly, finds it into Che Adams. Che Adams, look at this, the feat to beat past that Birmingham City player, takes a strike on, and what a goal by the English international, Che Adams, the number 10. This is a goal of a top scorer. This is a goal of a world-class player that oozes class, and you can see it there, right? Che Adams, the number 10, finding that top corner, hitting the underside of the crossbar. That's the only way to beat Truman in this game. We knew it's going to be the case due to the fact that Truman's been sensational in the opening stages of this game. But regardless of that, he beats the number 27, beats it past him, but doesn't beat it past the post, hits the crossbar and in, and that's what it matters. We get a 1-0 lead here in Birmingham City, so a crucial lead. As you can see, halftime talks are about Che Adams here. So a crucial lead for us as Joe Bryan picks up the ball 57 minutes, and just in the beginning of the second half, Tom Kearney, who missed out last game due to fatigue, but now he's coming back in this game, finds it inside to Hoiberg, into Che Adams, is he through again? And Connor Truman making an absolute terrific statement here, backpedaling, facing that ball, punching it over the crossbar. Look at this. A strike there. I mean, it was kind of dipping over him and under, and Truman did so well. Acrobatic save, improvisation there to deny that ball from nestling into the back of the net. Regardless of that, we give Dean Smith, a young Scottish, a chance to shine in this game. We say, okay, Billy Cook's in this game, let's give other youth academy players a chance. And we have a chance here. Ward-Prowse coming in as well for Mario Lamino. Finds it inside to Pierre-Emile Hoiberg, into Wang Hee-Chang, who's come in, finds it into Dean Smith. Can this be Dean Smith, the Scottish international, actually not the Scottish international, but the Southampton youth team graduate, finds the ball in the top corner, and look at the Southampton crowd roar. Last year we got this same exact feeling, same exact passion from the goal that Billy Cook scored against Tottenham, and a couple minutes into his, I think it is his home debut here in St. Mary's. I might be wrong, but I think it is. The number 19 finds it into the top corner, and that's exactly beat Truman, and that's a sensational goal. As he went one-on-one through on goal, Truman was facing him. He wasn't scared. He wasn't intimidated. He found the ball in the top corner, and the number 19 gets his first goal of the season in the 82nd minute. You know what that means? We're going to have to change him after this game, change his kit. At the 85th minute, Birmingham have a chance. Angus Gunn palms it away, and that man Smith, actually it's not Dean Smith, it's just, I don't know, it's Jay Smith, I don't know his name, scored a goal, and Birmingham City make it half the deficit, 2-1 here, as Birmingham City claw their way back into this game. And are we going to have a chance? Are we going to have one more chance? You're about to find out. We kick off here. The ball finds up to Wang Hee-Chang, who came in for Che Adams. Look at this, Smith holding onto the ball. He wants to make an impression. Finds it in James Ward-Prowse. James Ward-Prowse. Only option is Smith. Smith through on goal once again! And the number 19 Scottishman gets a goal. Celebrates in front of the St. Mary support. And a great finish there by the number 19 Smith, who's making an insane impression on me, I have to say. 3-1 the score here against Birmingham City. And it is the academy graduate Smith who finds the ball, nestles it into the top corner once again. A sensational finish. It wasn't an easy shot, not from close in. Truman had to stretch, and he was very near to his body, so it's hard for him to maneuver his arm over and across and potentially get that save, which means that Smith was a sensational strike, beating it past Truman, and gets his double in the game. 98th minute. What a terrific a bit of creativity and a bit of input in this game that Smith has offered, and a sensational result as well. 3-1 final score, exactly what we needed. And Smith, there you can see, celebrating in front of the fans. 2 attempts and 2 goals, and you see what it means to the St. Mary supports. I mean, they need youth academy graduates. I mean, in real life, the manager, I forgot his name now. But the Alpine Klopp, as they like to call him, he has been integrating all these youth talents and from the youth academy, and that's exactly what Southampton is about. It's exactly what they're historically renowned for, and I'm trying to replicate a similar thing here as our time as a Southampton boss here in St. Mary's. So a sensational goal, 2 goals there from Smith as he got a chance, I think, on the bench in this game. No, actually, we've seen this game against Wolves, as you're about to see. Wolves take a 1-0 lead. I wanted to give some rest. I wanted to go through the season a lot quicker. See, they get one back. Poulsen makes it 2. I think we do lose this game eventually. Yes, 2-0, so it's a disappointing loss. It's a simulated away loss, so yeah, what can you do about that? FIFA and away simulations don't really go hand in hand together. As you can see, we get a couple transfer offers. We got first one for Marcus Barnes, accepted it. Obviously, he was on the transfer list. This guy, Christoph Clare, who in real life is in the under-21s Euros with Austria. I actually saw a couple games of him. I was impressed, but in this game, sadly enough, he hasn't really been cutting it. I played with him last year in in a Carabao Cup, or was it a Cup game? I think it was. And he didn't really feel really enjoyable to play with, to be honest. As you can see, we sim a game here in the FA Cup, and I'm pretty sure Daniel James got a goal. I don't know who else. I think it was maybe Danny Ings, but we go through Barnsley easily as the next as the next round of the FA Cup we face against Southampton. That will be in the next episode. Regardless of that, our 4th out of 5 games in this episode will be against Chelsea here at home. Can we potentially do the unbelievable win potentially in this game? We did beat Chelsea last season in this fixture, so is that going to influence them? We're about to find out. We edit their lineup. Chelsea is not an easy team on FIFA. They have so much pace with Eden Hazard, Eden Hazard, and Pedro on either flanks. Regardless of that, they have a sensational striker in Milik up top, so it's not going to be an easy game as we face Chelsea here at home in St. Mary's once again. I mean, obviously we simulated the game against Wolves in the Molyneux, which we lost 2-0, but now we're going to face Chelsea here at home in St. Mary's. You can see there I promoted Luke Rafferty because he wanted me to promote him. He has somewhat like 88 to 94 potential, but the problem is he's 58 rated, and he demanded me to bring him into the first team, so I can't really see his potential, but it's definitely up there to have potential to be special. I hope that's going to be the case. We have one player with that, and I'm pretty sure it's Brandon Quinn, or no, it's not Brandon Quinn. I forgot the other guy's name now, but we do have one of those guys. He's Irish. That guy, Luke Rafferty, is Scottish, so we're getting good British talent, and I know Ireland's not British. Don't kill me on this one, but they are in the British area, so I'm going to refer to them as British in this context. Regardless of that, we head into our 4th of 5 games in this episode as we face Chelsea here at home. You can see there Azpilicueta, Kepa Arrizabalaga, obviously the manager, shaking hands with the referee for Chelsea. As you can see, Southampton lineup is so we line up with the strongest lineup that we have all season long, with obviously Matt Targett and Mason Holgate making fullback roles, and Tom Kearney and Diogo Jota making the wing roles, as well as Che Adams, our prolific striker, up top. As Chelsea have a chance here early on, 8 minutes in, Willian bedazzles on the wing, finds the inside ball to Ross Barkley, who has a downwards header to Angus Gunn, but couldn't really do anything there. It was a poor header from Ross Barkley, the former Evertonian, couldn't really do anything there. As Che Adams has a chance 15 minutes in, and that's unlike. It's unlikely from him, really. Che Adams does not miss those. He usually has that for dinner. But couldn't take away that, put that chance away. As Chelsea have a chance to start Azpilicueta, brilliantly done by Matt Targett to win the ball back. But look at this, Matt Targett rambles with the ball back too much. The ball whipped in, and Arkadiusz Milik with a sensational volley. I mean, no mistake from the goal there, but come on, Matt Targett, you need to boot the ball off the pitch. I don't know what I was trying to do there. It's obviously Matt Targett's fault. It's my fault. I couldn't clear the ball. I didn't clear the ball. It's not I couldn't. I don't know why I didn't, and we paid the price. Chelsea go 1-0 ahead here, 20th minute here in the St. Mary's. They have another chance here. It's 27 minutes in as they play it down here to Conte. Back in to the Magician in real life. Moved to Real Madrid. Eden Hazard busting his gut down the wing. Mason Holgate busting his gut, but it's not enough to get there. Arkadiusz Milik finds it inside of Barkley. And Nazar with the space to curl it! And that is vintage David Beckham. Vintage, if I want to say this, but I know some people disagree currently in current form, but that is a vintage Ashley Young goal. When he was a winger, he used to whip those balls in top corner. That was a vintage Ashley Young goal. As Nazar gets it, makes it 2-0. We have a chance. Denied by the coach, Kepa Arrizabalaga, Chelsea's coach. Obviously, Chelsea have a player manager in the form of Kepa Arrizabalaga, who denies them there as the keeper denies them to make it almost from halving the deficit. Mason Mount, former Chelsea man who scored in Stamford Bridge in the alternating fixture, finds it down to Tom Kearney, into Mason Mount, into our top scorer. Che Adams out wide to Diogo Jota. Diogo Jota running inside, still with the ball. Taken out there by, I think it was Felipe Luis. As 49 minutes in, we have a chance to halve the deficit. I mean, what? Can I just say, what an absolute sensational signing was Diogo Jota this season. Terrific, as we do take him out penalty duties, bringing it to our top scorer, Che Adams. So we look to find that top right bin, but Kepa Arrizabalaga with a sensational save. The manager denying Chelsea from conceding a goal there. So, leading from the front, the coach with a sensational save denied Chelsea there from having the deficit. I don't know what Bornal was doing there. He headed it back. Although we, on the counter-attack, after a brilliant pass from my target, found it out there to Mario Lemina and Che Adams as they combined into Mason Mount. Into Che Adams. There's no way he's missing there, and he isn't missing there. He missed the penalty, but Che Adams will not miss again. He misses once. He might miss once, but he'll not miss the second time. Mason Mount, the former Chelsea man, what a bargain signing he has been. What a bargain signing. He's turned out to be one of those David Brooks, like one of those James Madisons who's come from the Championship and really rocked the Premier League and shown the Premier League a light this season, and he's done that in this game. He's shown that all season long, as we have another chance here. Wang Yi-Chang, potentially, to get a goal back. We have the deficit. Can we complete the comeback? Mario Lemina put through on goal! And he somehow missed that. How do you miss that, Mario Lemina? Please, tell me, how do you blaze that over? He doesn't know hands on his head, and on his head, and we can score there. But Wang Yi-Chang denied twice, once from the coach Kepa, and the other time from Cesar Spilicueta on the line. How unlucky are we from getting this goal back as Chelsea have an attack? This is the Premier League for you, ladies and gentlemen. Back and forth action here, as we have the ball back. Can we potentially score this time? The ball through Mario Lemina, and it's cleared away. How close was that? We almost scored, but we have another chance. The highlight isn't over. Tom Kearney, the former Fulham man. Look at this run. Whips it in. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg holds it. The pressure's on Chelsea's net, undoubtedly, into Mario Lemina. Lemina beats the player one time, finds it into Højbjerg. Højbjerg will letting a shot out, and a brilliant goal from Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. I mean, he scored once in this episode against Leicester City, but he's absolutely thunder-rocketed that ball in the top corner. A sensational goal. What a strike there, as Kepa Arrizabalaga had no chance from grasping that ball, as we make it 2-2. 90th minute. Now, last chance salute here for both teams. We win the first header. The Chelsea win the second header. They're through on goal. Bornau's closing him down, and the Belgian with an absolute crunching tackle. This is the moments that you need to have a player like that. And Sebastian Bornau has shown that all season long. But although it wasn't really a moment, it was a decisive moment for us in this game. We couldn't get 3 points. We couldn't get the goal. We were so unlucky. Sebastian Bornau. I wanted to keep that in for you, ladies and gentlemen, because he's done that all season long. He hasn't gotten the credit he deserves. A sensational tackle there by Sebastian Bornau to deny Nazar, his fellow international teammate, from getting the goal. We have an offer here for Wesley Budit, as I think we accept, or we might have actually renegotiated that. As we also have an agreement actually for Armstrong's transfer. I think it was 8.7 million. Regardless of that, we are selling a lot of players. You can see they transfer offer now for Vokins. We have another transfer offer for Vokins. He has rejected it. He's accepted one. Didn't really go through, as Sport Club de Recife tries to sign, I think, who was it? Alfie Jones, as we accept, but will he go through? Now, we try to sign Stephen O'Day. You might ask yourself, who is this? Well, he is going to be our Shane Long replacement. 22 years old, 70 rated, a sensational young talent. You're about to see statistics. He is fast. I love his haircut as well. He is he's an original signing. He's not a signing that everyone makes, and therefore I wanted to get him into this team. 22-year-old Nigerian Stephen O'Day. Can he be our next Sadio Mane? That's an example that everyone likes on his lips. An African who came from Leipzig, from not Leipzig, Salzburg, from a team who doesn't really show quality. I mean, you would expect a player from Salzburg to come into the Premier League and make the impact that Mane did, but he did it superbly, and he did it for Southampton. So he's going to potentially be our next Sadio Mane, Stephen O'Day. And I think we give him his chance here, sitting on the bench. Yes, we do take Jared going off. And our final game against Everton, so we made a signing in the transfer window, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be our only signing in the transfer window. If we make another one, it's probably because we're probably going to sell some player. But regardless of that, this is going to be our 5th and final game of this episode here against Everton in Goodison Park. This is a critical game because Everton, like Leicester, are a team in and around our level, a team that we need to drain as many points from. I mean, we are top scorers, as you can see, in the league, according to the commentary there. Jay Adams, obviously, having a major influence on that statistic. As you can see, Mason Holgate is obviously a man who's mentioned as he did benefit from Everton in the last transfer window. Regardless of that, both teams look for 3 points. Both teams have been sensational this season. Both teams are super strong in this save. See Everton's lineup there. They're up with a very strong lineup with Topski, with Sheed obviously sent from us to Sheed. I don't know, can't pronounce that. Digne, Bessie, Schneider, Zelacho, Sigurdsson, Onyekuru, and Richarlison, if I'm not mistaken. As our lineup is the same as the one we faced against Chelsea, which we did earn a draw from, as the first chance of the game falls to us as we find the ball into Mason Mount, who's been sensational all season long, finds it out to Diogo Jota, who has been also absolutely terrific, whips it in, Højbjerg hits the crossbar. What an episode this has been for Højbjerg, been involved all over the shop in terms of the attacking front for us, as Everton have a chance 44 minutes just before half-time. Sigurdsson, look who's there all alone, Matías Saracho, the Argentinian. He's super short, but I mean that header does not really prove so. I mean, you expect him not to get many headers, but when he does, he tucks him in. Angus Gunn, the big Angus Gunn, I think he's 6'6", could not keep out 5'5" or 5'6", or even maybe 5'7's Matías Saracho's header, as we have a chance there, and yeah, we score 1-1 for Southampton there. Sensational goal from us. We have another chance. Everton have a chance. The ball whipped in, and Richarlison with a goal to make it 2-1 and absolutely kill Southampton Hearts here. 78 minutes in, a terrific goal there by Richarlison, and makes it 2-1. So that equalizer wasn't for long, as Everton have another chance. 86 minutes in, the ball finds itself to Kevin Mirallas. Mirallas somehow still holds the player away. Look at that strength in Kevin Mirallas, and I was so annoyed. I was done. I wanted to get the goals, man. I was so frustrated. 3-1 down to Everton. That's not what we needed. Just so frustrated. I gave the ball away to Redmond. Redmond loses it. Finds it into Mason Holgate. Mason Holgate loses it. Mohamed Besic, the Bosnian international, finds it to Bruma. Bruma into Richarlison. I don't think it was Onyekuru. I'm sorry. I think it was Richarlison. Into Kevin Mirallas, the man who scored, the former Fiorentina man, whips it in, and Bruma absolutely demolishes me here as he makes it 4-1 to Everton. As that was it for full time. 4-1 loss to Everton cannot be good for us. It's not good for us, man, ladies and gentlemen. It's not good for us. We needed to get 3 points here. We needed to. If we wanted to put any pressure on the top 6 teams. I think we fall to about 7th or 8th. Regardless of that, we have our next episode of the game against Southampton. But ladies and gentlemen, if you like this episode, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm actually going to upload a player career mode. Yes, a my player career mode very shortly, probably before the next episode is going to drop. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's something I was thinking of doing for quite some time. Hope you guys will enjoy that, the concept of that career mode. But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 15 over and out. Into episode 16, gonna drop by very soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and peace.